Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we woke up after being shot in the head by a guy being a pinstripe hush dog. After getting shot in the head by a guy in a pinstripe suit, and now, well, but while our long-term goal is to find the guy that shot us, or couple of it's our short-term goal for the moment is to help the town. Of Goodsprings from the Powder Gangers, starting by helping a man named Ringo who's up on this gas station. So with that, let's go meet the guy. Something I find almost kind of weird is how the Sunset Sarsaparilla is kind of an alternative drink compared to Nuka-Cola, but unless I'm mistaken, it's only ever seen in Fallout New Vegas. Isn't there some kind of...
That's close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me?
I'm not an enemy, if that's what you're asking.
Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play?
Did you know there's a man named Joe Cobb looking for you?
Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight.
What do you plan on doing about the Powder Gangers?
I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own.
You need any help with that?
We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of us. Now, if some of the other people in town were also on board...
I'll ask around and see who I can round up.
Start with Sunny Smiles. She's been friendlier than most around here.
As I was saying, I'm just kind of curious. Is there some kind of lore reason, like, exactly why they like, Sunset Sarsaparilla only appears in this game and literally no other game? As far as I'm aware, if they do, oh please, by all means, correct me down in the comments. Nothing but empty bottles and a milk bottle. I'll take the dirty water. You know what? I'll take all of it. Like I said, I like having the hard on because... Did that just hurt me? Ooh, look at this. Game doesn't consider it stealing, so as far as I care, it's fair game. Ooh, that would be stealing. I remember there's like some kind of button you could press to like move stuff around, but he's asleep. How is he detecting me? It bugs me not being able to take that. I don't remember the little key by Need to drag things. I'm sorry, I'm kind of more used to the console version of the game than the PC version, so you'll have to forgive me if every now and then if I get confused about the controls every so often.
Hi there. Sticking around Goodsprings for a while longer?
I'm going to help Ringo take on the Powder Kingers. I might need your help.
Say no more. I'm in.
Just like that?
Just like that. I have a feeling that I'm going to end up fighting those guys one way or another, so I might as well get it over with. Joe Cobb talks about leaving us alone if we hand over Ringo, but I know his type. He and his friends will come after the town eventually. However, between you, me, and Ringo, we aren't exactly a force to be reckoned with. A lot of people around here look up to Trudy. If you could convince Trudy to join us, some of the folks in town might decide to help out as well. I know Easy Pete's got a stock of dynamite somewhere, and Chet just got a shipment of leather armor we could borrow. Talk to them as well. Finally, there's a good chance we'll all end up with extra holes in us. So if Doc Mitchell could cough up some extra stim packs, that'd be great.
Any ideas on how to convince Trudy to join us?
A silver tongue would help. Convincing Trudy that we had a good plan to win the fight would also help.
Would Chet be willing to give us his supplies?
I don't think give is in Chet's vocabulary. Even with the town at stake, he'd still make you barter with him.
Any ideas on how to get Easy Pete's dynamite?
Easy Pete's pretty protective of his dynamite. You'd have to convince him you know a thing or two about explosives before you handed it over.
And getting the Primm and being short and work available. Let's just ask, what do you do around here?
I hunt geckos mostly. The meat's pretty good and I can always find a buyer for the hides. I also help keep the town clear of rat scorpions and coyotes. Not many people live in Goodsprings, so wildlife is always creeping in.
Okay, I'm done talking. I got things to do.
I'll be waiting.
Where's Trudy? I wonder if this used to be a bathroom.
Howdy.
We need more people like you around.
Hush. Oh, third time's a charm, I guess. Disengage lock. Wait, disengage the lock to what? WSD apply torque with a screwdriver. To rotate the bobby pin, press F to force lock. Torque is applied, the coast is the correct position or sweet spot. The more lock will rotate before the bobby pin breaks. Only when the bobby pin is in the correct position will the lock rotate fully and open. You can also try to open a lock by forcing it, but if you fail, the lock will be permanently broken and can only be opened with a key. Just did a whole bunch of stuff to loot. It's quite a bit of karma. Let's see if there's a bed we can sleep in so we're not waking people up in the middle of the night. We might power the light. I wonder if Dr. Mitchell's got a spare bed. Don't. Come on. Oh, let's
Welcome back. I had hoped you wouldn't need to come see me again so soon. What can I do for you?
Town's gonna be attacked by bandits. Anything you can do to help?
Seems like wherever I go, it's always the same. Folks just never leave each other alone. Oh, I'm not much good in a fight with my bum leg. And my supplies are scarce, but I'll give you what I can spare.
Medicine 30, they'll be using explosives. You learn for more serious injuries?
I ain't got much, but it'll do you more good out there than it will in here. Take what I got.
Awesome.
You take care now.
You too. Okay, Doc Mitch is out of the way. Let's see how well we can do with the other three. Trudy, ECP, and Bull's the store owner. Wait, what button did I just press this? T, okay. Okay, let's see if Trudy's in the bar. Where is she? Really?
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Tell me about the weapon mods and the special ammo.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
What makes a surplus ammo inferior?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
What do you know about the situation with the powder gangers?
If Ringo doesn't head out on his own, I think we should hand him over. The town shouldn't get itself mixed into the problem. Don't mistake that for coward talk, though. We're a town of survivors. We'll fight tooth and nail if pushed, but we don't go looking for trouble.
Do you know anything about the people who attacked me?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
Anything else you could tell me about these Great Khans?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
Okay, let's get to the point. I need supplies to fight the powder gangers. I keep wanting to call them powder keggers for some reason. I mean, powder gangers.
Now just hold on. I never voted to take on the powder gangers. That's a 1,000 cap investment you're talking about.
I can't pass the bar check here. The town's at stake. That has to be worth more than a few supplies.
Look, you're bringing this on yourselves. There's no way I'm getting involved. But hey, I'm sure you can buy what you need.
Coward.
Can do.
Okay, let's see. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of laser weapons. And so I'm personally not gonna be... I'm not the biggest fan of like laser energy weapons like the laser weapons and plasma weapons. So I won't be using... I won't say I won't use them at all, but I won't be using them that often. See, the thing about the barter skill is that the barter skill is for most intents and purposes, it works practically similar or to the speech to the speech skill checks, in the sense of like you're using words to talk to people. Well, in conversations to pass skill checks, but the difference between them, for what it's worth, is that barter skill checks in conversations is usually involve like convincing someone to pay you more, or convincing someone to charge you less for something, in regards to changing in product for caps or getting rewards out of people. Well, I'm not sure how to explain this exactly, let alone how to explain it well, but sometimes it works with they use the speech skill check to convince people for a higher reward or so, and like other times they use the barter system. I admit I don't know like the full logic behind or what they do with this versus that, but what I can tell for absolutely certain is that one thing the barter skill will check the barter skill does is that when you're going into a shop, a price it makes prices cost more. So it makes buying things cheaper, and your items you sell go for more. Like, look at the lightweight armor here. The price right here says it would sell for 87 caps, but if you look at the value, like that would be around here, it says the value is 160. So yeah, the discrepancy between the supposed value at the bottom versus what it tells you here would be influenced by the barter skill. And likewise, buying things, it says the value for this revolver HD cylinder is 450. If you look at the value on there, but he's like, but here it says 655. So yeah, that I know for certain is affected by the barter skill. this is an example of a magazine, or so that like you can consume it to increase a skill, one skill by like for a limited time. Like for example, well here it would increase unarmed by 10 points for a limited time. See that sometimes, I mean, if you get something a bit of, even though, see, like I just sold all the gecko hides and it's in the, wait. Actually, on second thought, I want to personally hold on to cigarette products like the cartons of cigarettes for reasons that may take me a while to get to, but when the time comes, I will explain them. But for now, I'm not going to spoil it. But the only thing I will say is that the little cartons of cigarette, it's or so like little cigarette packs or cartons of cigarette. It's the only thing I will say is that the use for them were a lot. Their use to you would depend on whether or not you have one of the DLCs. If you have one of the DLCs, then it might be a particular one. I'll explain it when I get there. But if you have a particular DLC, then it would be a good idea to hold on to little cigarette stuff like this. Otherwise, if you don't have the correct DLC, then the only thing I can imagine it being really good for is vending fodder, just like selling it for caps. That's the only thing I'm really willing to say without going into spoiler territory. Actually, do I have... I don't think he had... Wait, what? Wait, 38 special.
Pleasure doing business with you.
And I'll
Take it easy now.
Yeah, that's the thing about Fallout New Vegas. If you don't have the if you don't meet certain requirements for different skill checks, you can just outright fail. Well, and the game being willing to tell you whether or not you meet the requirements. Like for example, like my barter is 21. My barter needs to be 25 or higher to meet that skill check for the shop owner. So if I were to meet the requirement, it would just tell me like 25 barter. But since I did not meet the requirement, it told me 21 out of 25.
Howdy.
I hear you got dynamite. It would help us beat the powder gangers.
Too dangerous. Gonna kill all yourselves if I let you touch it. Better to leave it buried. Safer that way.
See here, I don't meet the explosive requirement, and it's having only 17 out of 25. So if I were selected, I fail.
Too dangerous. Sorry. Blow yourself up. Blow your neighbor up. Blow the whole town up.
blow the moon up. What do you know about Joe Cobb?
Bad trouble.
That's helpful.
Welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
There you are. Where
So
were
you're
you?
planning on taking on Joe Cobb's gang. It's a big risk, but I suppose you have to do what you think is right.
I guess she was talking to Sonny over there. I guess she was talking to Sonny in order to... Either she was eavesdropping on my conversation with Sonny, or she talked to Sonny on her way to the saloon. See, like here, this is the perfect example of what I mean. I successfully meet the sneak requirement of 25, so it just tells me sneak 25. But I don't meet the speech requirement I failed to meet the speech requirement by 2 points, so it just says 23 out of 25. So for here, I'm going to select the one that I can succeed in. Near the saloon and store are good spots to stage an ambush if I had the hell.
That does sound like a good plan. Alright, you seem to know what you're doing, so you can count me in. Let me have a word with a few other folks, and I'll see if I can't round up some more members for this militia you're creating. While everyone does own a gun, we could stand to be a little better equipped. The general store probably has what we need in stock.
Why do you think just do this here? Why do you think the NCR and the Legion both want the dam?
I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages, though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something.
What can you tell me about the Legion?
Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Tell me about the NCR.
The New California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin.
If I'm going to listen to every single character talk about the NCR this and the Legion that, I'm going to try and spread it out throughout episodes, so I'm not like 45 minutes of an hour-long episode isn't like...
Be careful out there.
Isn't just... It's like they talking about everything. Unless I can level up, I don't think I can. Wait, hold on.
I'll keep an eye out for that. Not in Goodsprings, no. But if you're up for a little scavenging, there's always the schoolhouse. Most of what's in there is junk, but there's this old safe that even Easy Pete wasn't able to crack with dynamite. If you want to take a shot at it, take these.
Magazine on locksmiths?
If the lock's too much for you to handle, reading through the magazine might give you the edge you need.
And the bobby pins?
You'll need those to pick the lock. Be careful, though. Put too much pressure on them, and they'll snap.
I already cracked the safe.
Oh. Well, go ahead and keep the stuff I gave you anyway. It'll be more useful to you than me.
Well, that's really generous of you. Thank you. I've only got you here, or I'd like to hear about a route to Primm. Can you suggest a route?
Sure can. Take the road southeast out of town till it hits the freeway. Primm is the town with a roller coaster straight south. Can't miss it. NCR patrols do a good job of keeping the highway clear, but I'd keep your gun where you can reach it easily. You never know who you'll run into. Off the road, you'll probably start running into hostile wildlife. My advice would be to stick to the highway when you can.
I want to hear about the areas around Goodsprings.
Sure. What do you want to know?
What are the creatures you're talking about? What kind of creatures are out there?
Around here, mostly coyotes and geckos. The coyotes are pretty dangerous in large packs, but otherwise they're nothing to really worry about. The geckos aren't too tough, but they've got a nasty bite. I've heard about bigger, nastier versions out in the wasteland, but I've never seen them. Stick to the roads when you can, and steer clear of the hills north of Goodsprings. The critters up there are big and poisonous.
Yikes. Any other towns nearby?
Southeast of here is Primm. Can't miss it. Since it has the giant old roller coaster right in the middle of town. The NCR's got an outpost there. If you follow the road north, you'll eventually hit Sloan and Quarry Junction. They mine rocks or something, but I heard they got troubles lately. I wouldn't head that direction if I were you, though. Got critters up there that don't take kindly to getting shot.
Alright, while we're here, let's hear the NCR.
The new California Republic. Bunch of settlers and soldiers coming in from the west, fixing on making Nevada their own. They can be right pushy, but the roads are safer because of them, so I tend to let it go. Not that I got a choice.
What does the NCR keep you safe from?
Well, the wildlife for one thing, rowdy locals for another. They're protecting their own. Just happens to help us. They've been holding off this other group from the east, too.
What do you know about the other crew?
Got a funny name. Call themselves Caesar's Legion. Never seen them in these parts, so I couldn't tell you much. I hear rumors, that's about it. Supposedly they keep slaves and they got some real nasty ways of killing folks. But maybe that's just something folks in the NCR cooked up to make themselves seem more useful here. Less uninvited.
Alright, let's change the subject.
If you want to know anything else, just ask.
There's nothing else to talk about, see you around.
Until next time.
I'm not
Hello.
gonna...
Hey there. I'll keep an eye out for the powder. Until
Oh, I guess I gotta talk to Ringo if I want to advance to the next stage. While I'm thinking of it, I want to... Tribal raiding armor, lightweight metal armor... Heavy enough to be medium armor. Let's follow the armor, or Vault 13 armor. Look at that, 2010's game right there. I don't want to be the person who gives the game flack on stuff like that. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna get back in first person mode. I know the games always give you like a third person option, but I always thought Fallout is at its best when it stays in first person.
So what's going on? Did Sonny agree to help us?
Sonny's with us.
Well, I guess that means we're ready to go. Unless you think there's something else you can do.
Unless I want to spend time level, I don't want to spend too much time grinding for a level up to get to the point. So let's just go ahead and do this.
All right, I'm ready. I hope.
time to look alive. The powder gangers are here to play.
How many are there?
At least 6. Joe Cobb included. They look pretty mean.
Let's go.
I'll be set up near the store. Let's hope that the gang doesn't manage to make it that far.
All right, let's get this started. Took out the leader. Oh, that'll stop the rest of them. Powder gangers vilified. For your overwhelmingly monstrous behavior, you have become vilified by the community. Goodsprings allies. Renowned for your extensive support and goodwill, you are idolized by the community of Goodsprings. Okay, I'll be taking your magnum, I'll take your bullets, and just... Oh, he's got a stealth boy. And just so I think I'll take a suit to clothes too, just so I get something to sell. Rounds, let's see.
I owe you a huge favor for this. Here, these are technically Crimson Caravan funds, but I know they'll understand once I explain things.
Did I hear you? Did he say something about that? About not being able to pay me?
I did have what was left of the Crimson Caravan money, but I wasn't sure if it was my right to just give it away. I owe you more than that, though, so look me up at the Crimson Caravan camp up in New Vegas if you ever visit.
No. To be honest, that kind of went a lot better than I expected. I'll take it. Always take the ammo. This game also has a repair system. If it wasn't obvious already, it has a entire repair system that you can. So even if something's not immediately obvious in its use, you can still take something. So you can still take something and make some use out of it by. See, like like you can tell here, I'm encumbered and I can't move, but that's something I can do is find a suit that can use some repairing and see, it brought down the weight of the items down below. Down below, what am I, 200, which you can see right here, so I can carry stuff, so yeah, that helps. Paying attention to that helps. Gathering a bunch of items to carrying around can be useful because you can either use, depending on the items you get and maybe the perks you get, with the right combination of perks and items, you can either use things to repair or the stuff you do want to make use of.
Howdy. That was a hell of a fight. Let's hope it doesn't bite us in the ass later on.
Or you can hold on to stuff too. If you able to repair a bunch of items, then you can sell the. You can combine them into an item with better condition that would sell for a higher price.
Can do.
Something worth paying attention to is that items with a higher or better condition sell for a lot more money compared to items with a lower condition. I think I want to keep the hat. I think I'm going to keep everything I got. Sell back the money I stole from him, technically. I don't think. Hold on, what kind of ammo does he have?
Pleasure doing business with you.
Have you ever been to New Vegas?
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables. In that order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice, behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip.
I'll keep that in mind. And we'll learn what he's talking about when we get... Wait, you said Mr. House's robots. Who's Mr. House?
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots. The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's gotta be a good thing, right? Take it easy now.
It kind of makes you wonder exactly how autonomous is Mr. House's robots are, or from Mr. House's will, because if they're just if robots are as forgive me for saying this, but if robots are about as robotic as robots are usually seen, then it really makes you wonder what Mr. House would want with keeping me alive. But like all good questions, we'll figure things out in time. Okay, now that we've protected Goodsprings from the being terrorized by powder gangers, let's see. Well, all these four side quests are the DLC stuff, which I'm going to save for a good while later, because all the DLC stuff recommend that you have a minimum level of, like, depending on the DLC, they have a minimum level recommendation, of like level 15 to level 20 or greater, because otherwise it might prove to be too tough for the average player that's under level. So we'll worry about that later. But in the meantime, I guess we'll try to do the quest we can do here. They went that way. Inquire about your delivery assignment with the administrator of the Mojave Express in Primm and find the man who tried to... Wait, did it say man or men? The men, plural, who tried to kill you. And with that, and our business in Goodsprings being concluded, we'll be on our way to Primm. What's in this? See the little symbol in the top left corner there? That appears whenever something happens the Wild Wasteland perk I selected in the last episode kind of creates these little unique random encounters and situations that otherwise wouldn't exist if you were left without it. Like this, for example, a skeleton of a guy wearing a fedora in a fridge. And this wouldn't be here if you didn't select the Wild Wasteland perk, and if it's not obvious, I think this, if I remember correctly, this is supposed to be a reference to one of the Indiana Jones movies. I honestly haven't seen any Indiana Jones movies so I wouldn't know which one it is, but it's a reference to a scene in an Indiana Jones movie where Indiana Jones survives a nuclear blast by locking himself in a lead-lined fridge. This is what the fedora-wearing skeleton in a fridge is referencing. Except, I guess this version of Indiana Jones didn't exactly make it, so hats off to him, I guess. Forgive me for that awful joke. And at this point, as you're leaving in Goodsprings, you have this is your second and final chance to edit your character's name and or change your character's fate, recreate your character if you wish. But like I said, this as far as I'm aware or so, I've never really tried to look for anything else, but I never tried to look for anything to change my character beyond this point. So if there's a way to change your character after this, I wouldn't exactly know, I'll admit it, but until I learn about it, as far as I'm aware, this would be the final time you could change your character. So if there's anything about your character that you're unhappy with initially that you would like a second chance at changing, this might be the time to do it. But otherwise, I'm happy with my character, so let's travel onward. Fast travel. You have discovered several locations. You can fast travel back to discovered locations using the world map on your pip boy. Gene skydiving. Yeah, fast travel is. I don't think I have to explain fast travel. It's. Huh? Come on, you had explosives and you couldn't deal with me? Incompetent. I'll just take everything. Just strip my enemies naked and sell their clothes. Wait. Why am I losing Carl for stealing that? Who owned that stuff? The Power Gangers? Who's gonna feel sorry for the powder gangers being robbed? They're basically bandits whose gimmick is throwing sticks of dynamite. Who's gonna feel sorry for them getting robbed? Huh? Okay, I might need to come back like to this if I remember. But chances are I'll probably forget and not come back at all. Activating little radios like this doesn't do anything or have an effect. Okay, what's my weight? 85. Wait. Huh? I can... Hold on. Provides a perception plus 1. This also provides a perception plus 1. That's something I kind of don't understand. Like, you can use the Desperado cowboy hat to repair the gambler hat, but you can't repair the... You can use the cowboy hat to repair the gambler hat, but you can't repair the cowboy hat with the gambler hat. It only works one way. That's kind of confusing. But still, like I said before, I like having the, ow! Come over here. Mess with me, will you? What? Okay, something crippled my arm. In order to heal a crippled limb, you have 3 choices. Sleep in a bed, find a doctor, or use a stim pack to heal yourself. In hardcore mode, you may only heal crippled limbs by using doctor's bags or by visiting a doctor for medical care. Stim packs can be used for general healing, which will also slightly heal crippling damage, or they can be applied directly to a limb to heal crippling damage. To heal crippled limb directly using a stim pack, navigate to the stats screen in your Pip-Boy, then left click on a limb to use a stim pack on that limb. See, that's one thing I like about being able to repair weapons on the go like this. It's like, or at least it's one advantage of repairing them besides the things you don't want selling for a higher price. I brought down my weight from 211 to 183. Okay, let's... Can I... Okay, did that fix me arm? Well, he's not working now. Who am I losing karma against? The only people that could have possibly owned... Okay, this note here reads, not many patrols out here lately, which means not much loot. Our crew's thinking we should make a move soon. Follow the tracks up north, head towards the strip. You win, ain't on the chain gang anymore, but we still gotta stick together. For God's sake! I hate mine! Not much here I could do at the moment, so... Yeah, I'm using doctor's bags to heal my limbs. Oops. One thing I would recommend using is that when you have the items, I would recommend healing yourself with... Okay, wait, hold on real bit. Hunger. Thirst is 104. Food. The being hungry and thirsty, you can affect your stats in increments of 200. Like when they... like it when your thirst or hunger reaches 200. It starts debuffing you with negative stats it starts debuffing you with negative stats, like lowering your endurance. Something I would recommend is like collecting a stockpile of Nuka-Colas and Sunset Sarsaparillas. Those are really common because even though they like grant you thirst, there's the good thing about them is that when you're not in combat, they're really good at like passively restoring your health over time. They're really good at passively restoring your health both over time in hard mode. When you not actively in combat, or like sometimes it depends on the combat scenario. Like rather not like whether or not the enemies are the damage output of the enemies are greater than whatever you're recovering with from the healing factor. So that's usually my strategy, just keeping a stockpile of it. Oh, there's the roller coaster for reaching Primm. Anything else? Jeez, my bullets are literally decapitating these guys. I might want to switch it to my 94 bullets in the shotgun. I'll go with the varmint rifle. I want to save my 10mm for bullets. Disgusting. Giant bugs.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Primm is off limits.
What's going on in Primm that's making it off limits?
Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. You'd be safer heading back up to Goodsprings.
I appreciate the warning, but... well, thanks for the warning.
Be careful. You may want to talk to Lieutenant Hayes. He's in a tent down the road. Just stay on the west side of the overpass if you don't want to get shot.
And we just discovered Primm. Yes, I am going to be a little kleptomaniac and steal all the valuable stuff. If I can get away with it, I will. Geez, someone having a campfire here?
I'm Sergeant McGee of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. If you want to talk about something, speak to Lieutenant Hayes.
Where are you from?
I'm from the hub originally, but it's been a long time since I saw it. I'm on my second tour here. Most non-commissioned officers are.
Okay, see you around.
Sir.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic Army, 5th Battalion, 1st Company. What's your business?
What are you doing out here?
We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts from the correctional facility. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job we could be doing.
And what's wrong with the mission?
The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are better armed and organized than our intel initially suggested. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but shit. Things are just going slow.
What's this correctional facility?
Most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup. Killed the guards that weren't able to escape. And have been ransacking the area since then.
Do you have any information on the convicts?
Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers. Mostly because they've taken to using the explosives meant to clear boulders as weapons. They got organized faster than I would have thought. Most of them, at least. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting anything in the way of support. I have some free time. Ask away.
And I got nothing left, so...
Sir?
That's it.
You'll probably want to talk to Hayes.
I just talked to him. What do you guys say?
You lost? Got business here? I'm not sure you should be here.
How about you take off?
Got business here?
For God's sake. I'm not going to get anything. I heard. Okay, I want that, but they won't turn their backs to me.
Hey.
Hush. Oh, come on. Right in front of them.
What is it? Sir.
Can't talk to that person. Nothing more to say. Let me just... Okay, so I think this would be a good point to end the episode on. And we helped the town of Goodsprings deal with powder gangers, and now we're on our way to help the NCR with an apparent little dispute with whatever's going on in Primm. And wait, hold on.
You lost? I'm not sure you should be here.
I'm not sure you should be talking to me that way. After all, I'm here to help. Not that you would know with that nasty attitude you're apparently showing.
Aha!
Yeah, that's why you don't want to be... Yeah, that's why you don't want to be caught stealing anything. And if you're caught stealing, people turn hostile instantly. Oh, that's why I sit there and wait for people to... Right in front of you, and who didn't spot me. But anyway, this has been Fallout New Vegas. This next time, if I intend to go over there or to Primm and help NCR troops here settle what's going on with the apparent raiders or powder gangers, whatever's going on there. That will be for next time. But until then, this has been Fallout New. This has been Fallout New Vegas. And until next time, I will see you around.